Okay, so let's see here. I've got a deck here that I've been building because I've been trying to find a deck that I could build to farm level 30s or so for skills. And this deck right here is my current go-to at the moment. It uses a level 6 ritual summon lycanthrope right here. So I built this deck with a couple of beaters and Jerry Beansman and Master Kianshi, and they're your standard out on the field kind of cards that can beat pretty much anything non-ritualed or fusioned against their decks. Now it does work against Yugi, Rex Raptor, and Taya level 30s. Now, but the thing about them is you gotta hope that Rex doesn't come out with his Brachiosaurus, unless you can come out with Lycanthrope, because then Lycanthrope can beat that. But you kind of need like a good hand to come out, like either 2 Lycanthropes in the hand along with the synthesis spell to come out onto the field. Now, I've been trying to find ways to get the damage without using spells like Riryoku, because that's an expensive card to get, 100,000 gold, and then of course 3 UR orbs. And then of course there's the other ones, which are union attacks, which you can't get now. So those that, like me, who started this game after the Yugi Muto event, I can't get union attacks. So I had to find another way, and I spent a lot of my other money and whatnot, what have you, on other cards for other decks. So I don't have everything I need to get over 10,000 damage. But this deck actually does it pretty well. And what you do is you keep a board presence. Ideally, you want to keep one of these guys out on the field, along with hopefully your sorcerer spell wall, which will give you 300 attack during your turn, so that you can continually beat their single beaters and keep them on a level field. Now, ideally, like with somebody like Rex, you want to hope he can't summon right away and has to just keep putting monsters on the field. And if once you start dwindling away his monsters, he stops being able to summon or fusion summon. And then hopefully what you want to do is get Lycanthrope on the field. Once you get Lycanthrope on the field, you want to hopefully have like a ritual weapon or something so that you can attach to it, and it basically just keeps him in check for the rest of the game. And you just keep drawing, and you keep one beater on the field, and one of these 2, and then a Lycanthrope. And you just keep feeding Lycanthrope his ritual weapons. You get 2 on the field so that he gets that extra 3,000 attack. And then you just keep drawing cards, and ideally what you want to do is you want to have a combination of a few things. You want to have at least 2 ritual weapons, 1 rising energy, and 2 second boosters. Now I use second booster because you contribute them to give 1500 attack until end phase. So that's why I have double summon. You typically want to wait until the end, and then you keep a double summon, 2 boosters, as many ritual weapons as you can, and then if you need that extra 1500 rising energy. And then what you do is you only need, the reason why I have so many of these is because you really only need all but 1. If you have all but 1 of those cards, then you can go over 10,000 to beat them. And ideally you get into the last phase, which is either 1 or 2 cards left on your deck, or maybe 0. You use the beater to take out their defensive position monster, and then you go all in by using your rising energy. If you have it set, you want to have this set because you have to wait a turn to use it. And then you use your rising energy, you feed out your card, like usually one of these guys that you're holding on to. Maybe you've got an extra double summon, or maybe you've got an extra second booster. You sack it, give that 1500 into Lycanthrope here, and then what you do is you feed your you use your double summon here, and then summon 1 second booster, sack it into Lycanthrope, and then you summon another one, put it into Lycanthrope. That way, when you build it all up, Lycanthrope should have 10,200 HP or attack power. Then what you do is you take your beater, you take out their defensive position monster, and then you strike with Lycanthrope for over 10k. And this deck can easily get you 7,000 points. Now, this is like a relatively cheap deck, outside of course the Jerry Beans Man, a couple SRs, but some of these are actually pretty easy to get. Like SRs are pretty easy because they're not, you don't have just one that you can get in any particular deck. So I don't, while it's somewhat of a almost a pay deck, there's a lot of these cards are really easy to just acquire, like Synthesis Spell, Ritual Weapon. You know, these guys right here, Kyonshis, are easy to get. Jerry Beans Man, not so much, but he's still a pretty good card to have overall. And you know, these guys are all normal guys as well. So this is a deck that you can actually use to help get that in control. So I'm going to try, hopefully, to get this to work. I've been using it and it works most of the time. Of course, you are going to have those instances where you just get an absolutely terrible draw and you don't get like a beater in your hand or any other way to keep them down. Or you may run into an instance where Rex gets his Brachiosaur fusion monster on the field and you just can't get over it at the moment. Alright. Alright, so that's good. Actually, that's really good. I can just go right into Synthesis Spell, bring Lycanthrope out, and I'm going to use second booster because I can just keep drawing into things, because I want to have my beater on the field. But for now, I'm just going to keep him out because his summon can't get over me. You usually don't want to use Lycanthrope against the attack position, because he does deal additional damage onto them if he does life point damage. Alright, Ritual Weapon. So that essentially means that he will never get over me now. No, I just gotta bide my time. Wow, second Ritual Weapon. Alright. Board control's pretty much mine. There's nothing Rex will be able to do. I just need Sorcerer's Spell Wall pretty much. Great. So I pretty much got all of my win, most of my, a good chunk of my win condition. I just need the boosters now. Another Synthesis Spell, not something I need. Hey, second booster. Oh crap, nope, don't want to go into battle phase. Man, I don't need those guys. But, I mean, it's all just a matter of time anyways. Because you kind of want to get your cards low so that you get that low card bonus. Hey, there's my double summon. And turn. Let's get rid of Jerry. Get out of here, Jerry. He's gonna set a card. It won't really matter much. Hey, there's my Sorcerer's Spell Wall. And turn. So as it stands, I essentially have my win condition now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my Rising Energy so that I can use it whenever I need to. Take out his guy. And continue on down into low cards. Nope, don't need that. Oh, doing Twilight Counterthrow. Take that. And turn. We'll get rid of Jerry again. Alright, we'll draw. Another double summon. Don't really need it. And turn. Let's get rid of Lycanthrope. Didn't really do much. Alright, Kim, why don't you get out of here? Spell wall. Get rid of that. Alright, and now we're in the last draw. And my last second booster. So, here's what we do. I'm going to activate Rising Energy. Open up that slot. We'll get rid of Synthesis Spell. Throw it right on him. Then we're going to throw out the double summon. Bring out our second booster. Activate. Drop that on him. Bring out our second booster. Activate him. Drop in on there. Alright, drop our last ritual weapon down. Alright, so now we're an 11,700 beater on that field. Jerry's gonna take him out, and here we go. Straight up. Now, I've been trying to farm Last Gamble, because that's after the nerf to Switcheroo. This Last Gamble is actually a really good alternative. So, and nothing. But I got 7,400 points. That's good enough for 7 rewards on a pretty decent deck that doesn't require super expensive cards or cards you can't get now. And that's that. Alright, this is Desert Maverick signing off. Thanks for watching.